What's up guys, it's Mark from Lone Wolf Paintball, and today we're going through my gear bag. What? Like I said guys, my gear bag. You've seen me go through my video gear, how we make the videos, but you didn't think I actually had paintball gear, did you? Well, guess what? I do. It's all relatively new to me. I've only played my first paintball game, last weekend? Video on that is out if you haven't seen it already. But I'm gonna go through, so you're gonna get this as a perspective from a new player, even though I've been around the industry for a while. So I'm gonna start off with some soft goods. So everybody's gotta have jerseys. These are my typical media jerseys. All designed by moi. I've got my Anthrax jerseys. I've got the other ones that we get produced here for Lone Wolf, like I said, holding this up already. We've got new jerseys coming soon, so look for those. Whole run of colors, all designed by me. I've got my pants, my old classic JT pants, still available in stores. A lot of padding in the legs. I like these. These are great for media stuff and protection. I wouldn't recommend them necessarily for playing in. I noticed when I wore these, I couldn't move as quick as I wanted to. Granted, I'm an older fella and not in the best of shape, but I think the pants slowed me down just a little bit. But I know you're thinking, but Mark, I need the padding because a paintball hurts. What am I gonna do? You gotta throw your slider shorts on. Keeps the old junk protected a little bit. You don't need a lot of padding, but it's still safe and sound. These have gotten a little wear. Gotta have your microfibers, also designed Lone Wolf Paintball. You've seen all the styles, guys. We got them all. Gotta have all this stuff, but why? Mark, moving along. Gotta get to the good stuff, right? What do we got? Mask first. JT, flexible ears, tinted mask, always good. Grills, gotta love your grills. I love my grills. And, in the Exalt goggle case, some profilers. Bigger guy, bigger head. Got to keep that chin protected. Works pretty good for me. Obviously I'll wear the orange when I'm doing media, wear the black or the blue when I'm playing the game. Moving along, Ninja tank. Got to have a Ninja tank, best regs in the game. This is a used Ninja SL tank I got from Lone Wolf, of course. Where else would I get it? They do carry some used stuff, not a lot, but I know if it's Ninja and it's coming from Lone Wolf, I know it's quality. Got my Dye LTR with this fancy little elbow on here. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I do need to get a speed feed. Joe, you got any speed feeds for this in stock?
Yeah, we got some actually right behind you. You got the Dye Quick Feed and the Exalt ones right below it.
Sweet. So, I think that's the right one, right?
Yep, Rotor Fast Feed. You got the Dye branded one, all available in stock at lonewolfpaintball.com.
So I will be picking one of those up. I have seen this one's a little bit of a pain in the butt to take apart, to swap out. Not as easy as like the R2 and some of the other hoppers out there, but for the markers I'm going to show you that I have, this one keeps up just fine.
And if you need help changing that, Tony's got a video on it. So,
hey, I think I remember that video. Of course I need a ball breaker. Got to make sure I got that. Could use a rental one, they are nice, but a little HK ball breaker. Exalt makes great ones too. But this isn't the stuff you wanted to see. This is the stuff that's like, yeah, we get it, Mark. It's all the basic bull stuff that we have to have. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna start showing you my markers. All right, this is what you wanted to see. This is where we're at. I don't know if you can tell on the counter yet. These are all Autocockers. Why Autocockers? Probably more Autocockers. I could have bought a Lux with the money I spent in Autocockers. But I didn't want a Lux. When I started 20 years ago working for the paintball industry, I worked for a man named Cesar Pizzo, the originator of the Supercocker and the Cold Fusion himself. I always said if I was going to play a game, I was going to play it with one of his guns. Took me 18, almost 20 years to do so. I played my first game with some Cesar guns. But I'm going to start at some of the junkier stuff and work my way through and tell you why. So, right off the top, real nasty looking, raw, no ammo on it, right feed Autococker. I think it shoots, I don't know yet because I haven't tested it. Haven't had any air in the old tank when I got it. Bought this because I wanted to have something that I could practice timing on and not worry about busting any of the better stuff. So this was one of the workhorses. Nothing fancy on it. I think it's standard regs, all stock. Yeah, shitty barrel. You know, crappy trigger frame from War Game Products. You know, the same one you see on a billion cockers. Moving along. Slightly newer, die barrel, stock, pretty much stock. Nothing fancy, nothing to see here again. This was another parts gun that I wanted to be able to peek it apart, see how it works, get to understand things. Because if I could recommend Autocockers for any reason, I wouldn't recommend them for a new player just looking to get out and play. These are classic guns that require a certain level of tinkering. So if you want to get in and get dirty and play with it and see all the moving parts, these are the guns for you. If you just want to get out and play, we got a whole wall of guns that can, you know, just get you out there and shoot. Moving along, Cold Fusion. This is a 96, 98 era Cold Fusion. Got the matching ammo on the frame, the barrel. It's not a fancy die barrel. It's not a boomstick.
It's the one-piece die aluminum.
Yeah, but it worked and it matches. So pretty much everything's stocked the way Caesar built it back in the day. We got the Palmer Air America.
Air America. That's like a Unireg. Looks like, or like a Raptor or something like that. You
No,
know,
Air America. Yeah, it's the Air America.
Yeah, it's made by Air America. But yeah, it'd be one of the.
So slide frame, 45. Cool ammo. It's hard to see in the camera, but it's a clear, not just regular blue. It's a blue with an acid wash to clear again. One of the few I've ever seen like this. Like it a lot. This was the first Cold Fusion that I bought. Some a-hole carved his name into the side of it. I'm gonna get this re-anode, get that sanded. Again, 96, 98 era. Ironically enough, these two have very similar serial numbers, so they probably came out of the same batch within, what do we got, 58,507 and 58,465. So I'm like 50 numbers away from each other, so I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Crappy trigger, already got a different trigger for it, got different regs for it. Again, going to be updated at some point. Moving along. Can't have mechanicals and not have an electronic Cold Fusion. It's like a whole video was a Caesar plug for vintage early 2000s, late 90s. But that's when I did this stuff. Another Air America reg, nasty, Armageddon, ASA. Don't have the adapter. I can't run the tanks on it. Got to replace this. Good thing I know a store where I can buy the stuff from. Like, that's not a P&P beaver tail. It's a die beaver tail. I said, Caesar, like, somebody swapped out the beaver tail. He's like, I might have sold it that way. I'm like, really? So Caesar was known to part things together with what he had in his bag when he was getting near the end of his line, but still a quality, still a nice Cold Fusion. Probably the least scratched up and used out of these. But moving along, 96 Supercocker. Just fired this the other day. Again, all stock the way Caesar sold it out the box. Not the prettiest Supercocker I've ever seen. Still one nevertheless. Gonna get new barrel, new regs, re-anno it, make it badass again, make it cocker strong, if you will. This is probably the oldest Supercocker I've seen. I've seen other guys with 96s. Their serial number is not as low as this one. So is it possibly one of his first ones? Might be. Can't confirm or deny, but I like it. And then last but not least, it's a War Game product, Oracle Murder Inc. I just kind of like this. I don't know if you can see in there. It's got the milling. It's just pretty much a stock War Game product body with some custom milling with the Oracle regs and whatnot. But I like the Murder Inc. because it reminded me of Michigan, because that's where we're at. Again, this one's going to get re-anode, just die barrel. But haven't fired this one yet. I think we're going to take these outside, see which ones fire still, which ones don't. I know a couple of them do because I used them. The barrels aren't to size. I do have some adapters, so hopefully the paint will fly a little better. We'll chrono a couple things. But let's take this outside and see what's up. All right, guys, as I said, I am outdoors at the indoor. Weird. I went through, seeing which of my autocockers are timed, which ones will work. So I got 4. It's weird that the 4 that work are all old Caesar Piezo, P&P, cold fusions and supercockers. But I'm gonna run a little bit of paint through each one of these just so you can see that nice sweet ching 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 action. And here we go.
Goggles on, Mark. Goggles on.
Goggles on.
Professionals only, you know.
Starting off with the Supercocker, the 1996 edition. Again, got my die LTR Ninja tank. Make sure my hopper's on. Makes a difference. All right.
Oh yeah, look at that sweetness.
I pulled out the nice little target. Ooh, that just broke that.
Yeah, shooting Detroit 300, Mark. That's why.
No, I chronoed in at 270 at the field.
Yeah, did Caesar Piezo chrono that or no?
I chronoed it myself.
Yeah, okay.
So this was a Supercocker with the J&J barrel. This is the barrel that seemed to work the best out of all of them that I have until I get some freak inserts. But all right, gonna move along to the next marker. All right, guys, next up, cold fusion, blue ice, reverse blue ice. Actually, most of them you see are dark blue here and fade to the silver. But let's see what it can do. Actually, I know what it can do because I've shot this one before. The barrel bore is way too big, so it doesn't chrono properly. But
that matching blue tip.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It is a pretty one. It's pretty.
There we go. Still fires though.
Look at you hitting those targets.
I'm gonna have to do a shoot it or eat it. Leave me a comment if you want to see me do shoot it or eat it. So that's the blue ice cold fusion. Gonna move on to the next marker.
And I'm back.
All right, next up, another cold fusion, another right feed. Like I told you guys in the video earlier, you're wondering like, what's that weird plastic thing on my hopper? So my right feeds all feed straight up. Granted, I could shoot gangster and leave it to the lean all the time, but it makes it real awkward when you switch hands because then you're out farther.
Got that young 45-degree elbow.
I do, but it's nice. So this is a clear to blue and acid wash to clear again. I don't know if you ever saw that before, but another Caesar Piezo special. Let's see how, oh, there we go. I gotta use my middle finger because I'm cocker strong.
There you go, you cocker strong, bro.
So, nice. I don't know what these are chronoing it. We didn't bring out the chrono, but as you can see,
a Detroit 300, he can say that much.
But it fires reliably because it's a PMP cocker, so you know it's gonna work. All right, moving on to the last one in the batch, and see you in a second. All right, guys, last one. This is my only electronic cocker. Another cold fusion, of course. Had to switch out my hopper real quick to just a gravity fed because my one doesn't fit. So I'm gonna have to figure that out later, get an adapter. Well, you can't do that in the middle of my video and not
expect. Do that.
What are you talking about?
Secrets about
You're telling secrets.
You're telling secrets.
You can't see it, but there's 2 people off screen that you'll have to wait and ask in the comments who it is.
They'll know. They'll know, Mark.
They'll know?
I think so.
They'll know. All right.
Shoot that gun. Let's see it.
Oh, it's already on. All right.
There he is. Look at that. Tip and crack tip shooting.
Still accurate.
Nice.
Still works for me. So that's it. Going back inside. See ya. All right, guys. So that was the shooting part. This was my gear bag. I've got a couple more masks. I've got some more soft goods. You know, maybe I'll do a follow-up once the stuff gets anodized and updated a little bit for you guys. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in any new paintball products, of course, come to lonewolfpaintball.com. Check out the online store. If you need any work on your autocockers, your supercockers, your cold fusions, your war game products, any of that stuff, Caesar Piezo, the man himself, does work at Lone Wolf. So get a hold of Tony, get a hold of Joe, email the store, say, I've got an autococker I need time tuned and worked on. Caesar's gonna work on it. So, awesome, guys. Also, don't forget, head over to the Jerky Den, get some of the best protein in the game, and we will see you next time. Later.